You ever feel like the childlike wonder of opening packs full of random cards and sticking your favorites into a deck has been sucked out of the game? Decks today are all about optimizing hand trap ratios and playing the most optimal strategies possible, but where's the fun in that? In this series, we're trying to get to the highest rank in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Master 1, by only opening Master Packs after every single win. But since we have already reached Diamond, we have entered Master Mode. Now we take 2 Master Packs after every single win. Credit to Cimo and Hausman for inventing. Playing Master Duel Masochist makes me feel like I'm playing a totally new game. But do you know what else can make you feel like you're playing a totally new game?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright guys, what's up? We are back with another episode. We were cooking last episode. We did really well. I think we only lost 1 game the entire episode. Our pulls were mostly crap, but I can't believe we finally pulled one of like the greatest like low rarity generic cards out there. We actually pulled this. A lot of people were, I put in the title like, oh, amazing pull. Everyone was like, what are you talking about? This is who I was talking about. This guy's really good. He's a free special summon if your opponent controls a monster. Your opponent cannot target other ancient war. It's irrelevant. We're only going to have him. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. It's a free summon, 2500 attack, level 7, can go into rank 7s, and it destroys a card. Like, it's just really good. It's good for a lot of our like going second deck, probably in our wherever the hell it is, our trap deck. Going second trap would probably work in, just because it's a big free summon. We've pulled a lot of good big free level 7s. That's what we've pulled a bunch of. Also, where is this deck? I'm looking for it right now. Okay, I thought I lost it for a second, but this is our Darkhold Dragon deck. I would play this card in there. I'd play this card in there. He's great with Kashtira Ogre. He's great. He's a level 7. We could probably play, this is gone now too. We could probably play the rank 7s in here too. The rank 7 package go into Crusade Avermax, because we have this is a level 7. This is a level 7, but it's irrelevant. This is a legit level 7. Like, we have some decent level 7s. Obviously, we have these guys. Kaijus. We could definitely play this guy in here. Also, we have the Labyrinth monster. That's also level 7. We have 3 copies of that now. I'm talking about Labyrinth Archfiend, which is another level 7. We've pulled some pretty decent level 7s. Some of them are a little slow and take a couple of turns. But like this guy is very, very good for a deck like this. Alright guys, so we're in Platinum 4. I really wish I could play the Dice Rally. I played on my main account, and you get way too many URs from the Legacy tickets. And honestly, although this would be incredibly fun to play, like really, really fun to play in Masochist, because it's a bunch of like cool rules. The issue is I can't really play this in Masochist because unfortunately I don't want to keep track of what URs we get for free from this thing, because I don't want to get like a Stealth Kraken and then I'm not able to use, and I have to keep that in mind. Like I don't, especially when other people are building decks for me and I scroll over the cards and then they're like, oh, there's a Stealth Kraken, I guess we're using that, and then you can't use it. So that's going to get annoying quickly. So I think it'd just be easier for everyone if I don't play, even though I do think it would be fun. Alright, we just won the coin flip. We'll see how this goes. The hands looking pretty. I mean, it doesn't matter that we drew this entire package because we've got that. So I'm going to activate Dimensional Fissure for sure. Yeah, I'm going to activate this. If they have Effect Veiler, we play around it. If they have Maxi, this is their time to activate. Yep, if they have Maxi. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Now the question is, do you even bother to play? Do you not bother to play? Do I put 2 monsters on board, giving them the ability to potentially draw outs? I don't know. I'm going to normal summon this. Special summon this. Unfortunately, I give them cards. I think we do just have to make, like, this is one of those situations where I can just pass on a Lost Wind plus Dimension Fissure, but the problem is if they're playing Malice, we just lose. We just straight up lose if they're playing Malice. So I've got to do this. They will detach. They have an effect. They have not effective Veil. They have Imperm. They just drew it off of the. Or maybe they always had it. Maybe they always had it. Or they have Ash. Ash can always also happen here. You can Ash. You can effect Veil. Dominus Purge. Okay. So that stops the search. What deck could you be playing with this? Probably Blue Eyes. We'll see. If they are playing Blue Eyes, D-Fissure is going to put some work in. If they are playing Blue Eyes. What other deck plays Purge? I know Blue Eyes plays Purge. Maybe Cyber Dragons if their mate is this. But Cyber Dragons has the dark monsters in the extra deck. So you don't want to mix those two. I'm going to guess it's Blue Eyes, but it could also be some absolutely random shit that we're not thinking of, like Melodious or something. It's probably Blue Eyes. Now this is unfortunate because they could just get to the Primite package and deal with Dimension Fissure. So that sucks for me because the Primite package is crazy. They just get to anything they need to. Yeah. They get to anything they need to, and it's so easy to summon big Blue Eyes monsters. So this one might be a dud. Again, there's no way to like this, and there's no way to know if I lose if it was because they drew something crazy off of Maxi. Like there's no way for us to know if Maxi was the game changer in all of this. There's no way to like verify it. Because their hand could have been not good, but it's like one copy of this was enough. Yeah, they're gonna summon a Blue Eyes from deck. If I can out this Blue Eyes, I can get him in the banish pile, but then again, if he has that spell card, he can bring it back anyway. We'll see. We'll see what we can do here. They have so many ways to beat us. It's actually crazy. Now, the thing is, we are going to stick around here because we're now in Platinum 4. So if we lose, we actually do lose rank. So I'm going to stick around. Okay, they're going to Super Poly. Well, guess I can't respond. You can go into, not Garura, but you can go into some other stuff. That's unfortunate, but what can you do? Yep, there we go. We lost this. Tyrant Dragon. Unaffected by trap cards. Tyrant Dragon, who's unaffected by a trap card, we have a Lost Wind. Tyrant Dragon, a dragon plus Blue Eyes White Dragon. You happen to have Blue Eyes, we happen to have a dragon. That's unfortunate. It's negated for some reason. And now he has the Primite stuff. I don't know why this card's negated. I don't know why this is negated. He's going to set Drill Beam. Okay, so he's attacking. Unfortunately, like I said, why is this negated? Why is this negated? Is there a reason this is negated? I don't know. I don't know why. There's no point to activate this because he's unaffected by traps. And he's going to be able to set back Purge. This is one of those duels I can't verify whether we lost to Maxi or not. Also, why didn't he set the card back? What am I missing here? Oh. He can't activate the effects of monster effects because of Primite Lordly Load. It's not negated though. So Lost Wind would still not do anything, but that's what's going on there. Forbidden Droplets, literally dead. Can't do anything with it. This guy's what, 1600 attack? I think there's no way we win this, unfortunately. I can activate this, cut this attack in half, attack over it. What did he set back? Do we go for it? I think we just go for it. We summon the Battling Boxer. It's 34 divided by 2. It's still too high. It's 1700. I can't out any one of these. I can't out anything here. I think we just scoop. Unless we have a number of cards that we can do here. So we can attack with this. Activate. Oh no, activate. Okay, I think we might do something. Okay, let's go to battle phase. We're going to declare an attack on Tyrant Dragon. We're going to activate Lost Wind first. We're going to target Tyrant Dragon. Yes, we know he's unaffected. Yep, we know he's unaffected. And he's gonna... What in the world is this? Why do we have to lose to this garbage? When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the equipment. It cannot attack. Come on, man. I had an out. Alright, so we're gonna still activate Forbidden Droplets. Send this to graveyard. Yes, decide. The reason I'm doing this is because I might as well, as this is my out to the Tyrant Dragon. I cannot believe if I lose, I'm losing to this. So now we're going to target this card. It's going to get halved, and then our Lost Wind will resolve. Even though we won't be able to attack, at least we'll be able to reduce this guy's attack permanently without having to lose Deep Fissure, which is pretty cool. Now, does this even negate the attack? When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target that attacking monster, equip this card from your hand to that monster. It cannot attack. I guess it's continuously equipped to me. So, we'll see. So he's going to equip. Lost Wind will resolve. Yep, battle main phase 2. And end phase. Yep, and this is permanently negated because at the time it was negated. Okay, great. I mean, we can draw something crazy here and still win. It's going to take us some effort, but we can still draw something pretty crazy. The problem is he can summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon every single turn, which is insane. And I still don't know what card he added off of the Bingo Machine Go. He's going to use these two probably to make a rank, yeah, Titanic Clad. Or not Titanic Clad, Hope Harbinger. Yeah, we're definitely going to activate the Lost Wind. That's going to help us later, hopefully. Does he have game on board here? He doesn't. It's 14, so he literally has game on board, exactly. He has exactly game on board. That is disappointing. Oh my god. That's like the luckiest duel of all time. Like, not for us. That's actually disappointing. Though these kinds of losses are disappointing because that extra card advantage off of Max C's probably would put him over the top, which is honestly a little frustrating. Okay, this is what my opponent was playing. It was some... Honestly, it's not even that. Like, it's not... I was going to say it's some nonsense, but it's really not. Like, he had a Rainbow Karibo, which was the only card in his whole deck that could have stopped that situation. He had a Super Poly at 1, which he happened to draw off of the probably Max C. Same with the Dominus Purge. He just happened to... Like, it's infuriating when you lose to stuff like this, because this is a duel we really should have won, but it's just like, I really... Max C is a card, and that we just have to deal with. Like, it's something like... I just have to put up with it. It's one of those things, I have to put up with that card. So now we're playing against this guy's dripped out soccer man. That was an infuriating loss, because it's like he drew exactly the right cards in exactly the correct order to help him win that duel. It's actually a little frustrating. Okay, this hand's not bad. We've got, I think, 2 rank 4s here if we want, because we have this plus this. Yeah, we'll start by activating Shathana. Summon that out. That's first. We'll probably go Battling Boxer next. We'll see what he's got. If it's another Max C, it's just disappointing, but it is what it is. I think we can go into this next, and then we see where we go from here. We'll activate the Uppercutter. To a normal person, we probably look like a bot. There we go, Spar. Summon this out. Yeah, special summon this out. I have no idea what this man has in his hand. Like, I just have no idea what he has. We'll go Instant Contact. He has a response available to us for everything. So I think it's an Imperm or something. Something along those lines. It's probably an Imperm. We're going to... I think summon this first. I think that goes without saying. So we'll use these two for this one. Summon this here. Photon Dragon. Again, I'm pretty certain he has an Imperm in hand. But we'll see. Detach the Marine Dolphin. Also, we probably should have detached Shathana, but it's fine. It's not like I have any way to get to a non-effect monster anytime soon. Anyway, perfect. Grab the Eternal Galaxy to hand, and then we make Time Thief. Yeah, Time Thief. This would have been a Baguska plus that, but it's fine. Time Thief's still cool. Which depends on what we get. If we get traps and spells, it opens up a lot of possibilities for us. And then we hit 2 cards face down. It's not bad, I guess. Yeah, it's not bad, I guess. We put Chaining on, put 2 cards face down, wrap it up. I think that's pretty good, decent. I'll hit him with this and this. Nope, we don't want to do that. Let me turn Chaining off. It's going to get annoying. Hit the end phase, put the Chaining back on. Now the question here is... See, we could instantly use the Forbidden... We can use Eternal Galaxy now. Actually, no, because if we use Eternal Galaxy later, we can have a no-cost situation. But then, yeah, it's fine. I think I'm gonna save the Eternal Galaxy for later, because then I can send the Eternal Galaxy off of the Forbidden Droplets and get a free negate off of that. I think that's probably better. And if they do activate like Raigeki or something, we make this guy disappear. We turn this into whatever we need to. So regardless, I think we just hold it and try to use it a little more intelligently. So we'll grab a monster. They're playing what? That's interesting. They summoned a Wat Cobra. Alright. That's interesting. And we'll see where this goes. They have Wat Kingdom, Wat Cobra. They're gonna... Where's that Wat Kingdom? There it is. Okay, you can target 1 monster, special summon 1 monster with her name. Okay, nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. I'm going to activate, target a Wat. I'm going to try not to lose to this, but it is possible we lose to this. They do attack directly, and they have a bunch of effects. The second they activate any Wat effects, I'm going to try to make shit happen here. Wat Giraffes are really good. Is Wat Giraffe the good one? No, I don't think it's... Wat Giraffe's okay, but we have to put Chaining on just in case. Because if this attacks and resolves, we're cooked. End of main phase. Okay. Okay, well, let me make sure everything's good here. Okay, hold on. You can kind of activate effects. Your opponent can activate the effects of a monster that activates when normal or special summon wall. You should have arranged these columns a little better. You can target 1 monster you control, special summon 1 monster. Okay, and this searches, right, add a Wat monster, and then this prevents me from activating anything else. Okay, I think we hit him with this. They're in battle phase. We hit him with this, target Eternal, target Photon Man, and then we also hit him with Forbidden Droplets, sending this to the graveyard, the Eternal Galaxy. Confirm. Yeah, I don't think there's any point to send if your opponent can activate. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just confirm. I think that's fine. We do that. I don't think there's anything else that he can do. I'm just going to negate the Wat Cobra so he can't add. I don't think this... I read everything else. He did this effect. This is not relevant. This is not relevant to what we're doing either. This is not really relevant. I'm just going to negate this call. Why is that? Why are we doing this? Okay, whatever. This card is totally wasted on this moron, because I would love this card. I'd love a Call by the Grave. So I could finally play around these damn Maxis. Wat Cobra, yeah, we're going to negate Wat Cobra. Yes, because that way he doesn't get to search. Photon Galaxy, yep, summon it way out here. And he scoops. Okay, fine, that was weird. I don't know how this guy got to Platinum 4. Again, yeah, it's Platinum 4. It's not really that impressive. Platinum 4 doesn't have the greatest duelists ever, but it does have an opportunity for us to take 2 Master Packs. Also, that is a lot of Legacy tickets for a completely foolish deck. Alright, we definitely have to check out what's going on with our opponent's deck, because that was a very, very interesting deck. Playing Wats, you never see Wats. Wats are very rare. Honestly, it's not looking that bad. This does not look like that bad of a Watt deck, if I'm going to be honest with you. It looks like a pretty decent Watt deck. It's got Kaijus. It's got double normal summon Balancer Lordman. Watt Train, yeah, it's got Watt Train, wherever. Watt Kingdom, good. Photon Sanctuary's good. Unless you get into Hippo Shinigami, boost everybody's attack up. One Luminous Spark. Like, this deck isn't even honestly that badly built. And I can't, he has 2 Royal Rare. Watt Hydras. That's crazy. Watt Train Royal Rare. Like, this is actually kind of crazy for, he must really like Watts, but this did not go his way. Alright, let's open up a master pack. 2 master packs, because we're both Platinum 4. So let's open up 2 master packs. Packs glowing. Come on, let's get something cool here. Glowing pack. We gotta get something. Flamevell Fiend, Polymerization, Zap Mustang, Volcanic Rat, Chronomaly Sphinx, Fortress, Rising, Fire, and Azamina card that we already have that we don't need, because Azamina is a high rarity deck and we'll never ever build the entire deck. By the time we build Azamina, it'll be so power crept it'll look like a starter deck. So Fabled monster that requires a tribute summon, absolutely not. Searing Firewall, Dimension Slice, day 1 shit. Overload Fusion, I don't think I have anything that can summon this, but that's not a bad card. That's our 4th Cashier Ogre. Great card, love it, just don't need it. Hand Destruction's not horrific, and Sinful Spoils of this is not a bad pack. This would have been great day 1. This is a great pack. Dimension Slice is good. Cashier Ogre is good. Hand Destruction is good. Sinful Spoil, Snake Eye is good. These are all good cards. I have no complaints about any one of these cards individually. We just don't, like, at the current moment, don't really need them. Like, we just, again, great, fantastic cards, just don't need them. Great card out, non-destruction out, draw power. Cashier Ogre is great, like, great cards. I don't need them. I just don't need them right now. We either already have them, or there's super duplicates, or we just don't really need them. Yeah. Let's see. We've got some more packs to open here. Hopefully, we get something interesting out of here. We've got Vice, Berserker, and we've also got How Did I Get Here. That is a card we already have that we are gonna play in our anti-meta deck. We're going to play that in that. Black Stego. Bazoo is not bad for like an old card. It can buff its attack and stuff. It's not terrible. It's not great either. Gazelle, the mythical beast, and Orchestrated Attack. Yeah, I think How Did I Get Here is not a bad card, which is interesting. We pulled a second one of that. That's an old-ass card. This is like so old. I don't think it ever even came out in the US, but it's old. Black Thunder. 5 packs is awesome though. 5 packs is cool, and this is what I mean. You could give me 100 legacy tickets. It wouldn't make a difference. Vampiric Koala, Manju, Garzat. This card's not bad actually. Like, we can definitely use this in our anti-meta deck. As a matter of fact, I probably should go throw that in. We do have our anti-meta deck, which is not terrible. This deck is pretty good. It's just we have to go first. If we go second, you basically do nothing. That's kind of the problem with this deck. So we'll throw a second copy of that in. We still haven't tested this card in the deck. Also, like, the deck we haven't touched in a while. We probably need to get rid of these Banishers because they're great against, like, Blue Eyes, but they're atrocious against Malice in the current meta and, like, stuff like that. It's good against Mitsurugi, but it's just, it does nothing against Malice and a few other decks. So we could probably get rid of these two and leave the deck as is outside of that. But it's got some, we pulled some interesting stuff like Jelly Cannon and How Did I Get Here and stuff like that. If things go wrong, we might have to jump onto this deck. Alright, we won another coin flip, which is actually really cool. We won 3 coin flips in a row. One win, 1 loss so far. His hand's looking pretty damn good. This is a great hand. Again, I'm going to defissure first because it's just our smart thing to do. It's just smart to defissure first because, yeah, they're going to max C if they have it, but if they don't, like, it's just the smart thing. Yes, good. Easy win, 2 packs, wonderful. Yeah, it's just the smart thing to do because you play around Effect Veiler. You'd just be dumb not to do it. It's one of those things, and either way, they can prevent future special summons anyway. Like, let's say I normal summon first and I don't special summon first. Like I normal summon first instead of D-Fissure, and then I search. The second they see a card that's going to be special summon, they just max C. So I just, it's better for me to do that. Now, we pulled 3 more Legacy tickets. Cool. Okay, this is what my opponent was playing. They were playing Mitsurugi Ryzeal, and couldn't be happier to screw somebody over when it's a deck like this. This guy is a meta sheep slave, whatever the word is, it is this guy. This guy got this deck list straight off of a website. He didn't come up with it in any way whatsoever. There's not a single card in here that is creative in any manner whatsoever. This is a deck pro. He watched a deck pro. This is not. There's nothing interesting or creative about this exact build. Nothing wrong with that. He's learning the deck. He's playing it, but I'm very happy to do this to somebody like that. All right, time to get some packs. Let's hopefully grab something cool here. Please get something cool. It's a UR. Now I will say this. We got 2 packs basically for nothing here, but at the same time, we pulled garbage for the last year, so I really don't feel bad anymore. What do we have here? Marincess Coral Triangle is a repeat UR from the Marincess archetype that we do have most of, but there's never a situation where I'm going into... that's cap. It's not a good... This isn't a bad pull. This card's actually really good. Marincess Coral Triangle, the second copy of that is not the end of the world. That's the Link 3. This card's pretty good. Send a water monster, add a Marincess Trap. That's pretty good. If only your opponent controls a water monster, you can banish this card. If only your opponent controls a monster, you can banish a card from your grave or special summon. A bunch of stuff, so that's pretty good. Yeah, and then it locks you into water. Like, this card's pretty good. This card is pretty good. So I guess it is an okay pull. I thought it was the Link 4 when I first saw it, but no, Link 3 is actually a decent pull. What is this? Cannot be destroyed by battle. You control another monster. Okay. Neither player can target face-up spell trap cards you control with card effects. That is actually not even bad in our whatever it's called, stun deck. Like if they can't destroy anything, random card I clicked on for no reason, double-edged sword. B-Trooper Landing's the fusion spell, can't use a Union Scramble. Again, like looking at these cards, some of these aren't bad, but they just don't need them right now. This is a good card. I guess I throw it into my Marincess deck. This is an okay card. And these are great. Like, this card is really great for its own archetype, but I don't have it. Eternal Soul, great card for its own archetype. Another Crawler, I guess I'll take that. The Crawler I need more of is honestly the UR one, which is unlikely, but it is what it is. Okay, this one doesn't seem to be glowing, which is fine, actually. Totally fine, because there's a lot of rares we need. Like... there's a lot of commons and rares we need, so hopefully we get one of those. The Melodious Diva, Morphtronic, Levia Dragon, Daedalus, one of my favorite old cards. The Chorus in the Sky, Laval, whatever, Ocean Regeneration. It's not terrible, actually. It's a decent card. Might play that in the Marincess deck. That's not bad. A lot of Marincess are low in attacks, so. And you can put them in the graveyard if you don't have them. Yeah, this card is actually not bad, honestly. Is that every turn too? Once per turn. Choose our one special summon, destroy the image once per turn. It's actually not a bad card for Marincess. And apparently we already have it. So I'd have to look at that. Chorus in the Sky is not bad, but it's a Sanctuary in the Sky. This could be used in our Counter Fairy deck. We've been pulling a lot of like semi-useful stuff today, which is cool. Okay, so our Marincess deck, I have not played it in this. These are all the new decks that we've been playing. This is how long I have not touched Marincess. I honestly have not touched this deck in forever. Yeah, wow, I have not touched it in forever. I think another Coral Triangle is a nice addition. I'll take it. So we'll add that. I won't figure out what needs to be reduced yet, but Coral Triangle is definitely very good. Coral Triangle is honestly better than Wonder Heart, which is the Link 4 I never go into. But I guess we keep it around for variety. We'll keep it around. What we really need is more... we need the one that makes things unaffected. That's what we need. The one that makes it so when you play the whatever the hell this thing is, we need Marincess, blah, 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 blah. We need this thing. We need the Crystal Heart. That's what we need. We need this really, really badly. This is what I say when I say there's a bunch of low rarity cards that are really good. This is a perfect example of a low rarity card that we really, really badly need. It is a Link 2. It is a rare. We have not seen it ever. And there's other cards, honestly. You can target one Marincess monster. You can special summon this card from your hands. Free special summon if you control Marincess. I can use this. Aqua Angel, obviously. Spring Girl, obviously. But I'm not I'm never dumb enough to ask for a super rare, but some of these like lower rarity cards we really could use. This would really put the archetype together because we essentially have everything. Like we basically have a constructed Marincess deck. We basically have everything that you need for a Marincess deck, but we're missing like a couple of cards here and there. This is like such a key piece to the entire archetype because it makes it so your Link monster is unaffected if you use this as material and you have the field spell. So you have this gigantic unaffected monster that's thousands of attack, and then you have it, yeah, it's unaffected by everything. And on top of that, it's a spell trap negate. So even if they have like Harpy's Feather Duster, meaning the Link Forest, a spell trap card negate. So even if they have a Harpy's Feather Duster to out the Marincess Battle Ocean, you can negate it. So it's like that is like exactly what we need. And on top of that, we have monster negates, spell trap card negates. Like that's exactly precisely what we need. As far as this new card that we just pulled that we already had, wow, that's scrolled way down. Okay, and we have Summoning Curse. I forgot we had that. We have 4 copies of Ocean of Regeneration. How many low attack water monsters do we have? 1. Nope, that does not work. That does work. That does work. Nope. Yes, Nettle works. Yeah, this does not work. So we have a couple. I don't think we have enough to play this, because if I play this, I'm gonna have situations where I draw things that I don't have. It's gonna get dicey. So I think I'm just gonna save the deck and maybe one day play it again. Next season, at the beginning of next season, we're gonna do a little bit of a wheel situation. I think I'm bringing back the wheel because I did it on my celebration for the 150th episode. I did a wheel and I just spun the wheel, and whatever it landed on, I played that deck. And I think I'm going to do the same thing where I clean up all of these decks so that they're all usable. I'm going to delete a lot of the repeat decks, because a lot of these decks honestly at this point are like repeat decks where like I have like some of these decks that people made for me are slight variations of other decks. So we have like our Worm combo deck, and then we have a Duelorama deck which is similar to the Worm combo deck, and then we have this other Duelorama deck which is probably similar to that. And then we have slight variations on various decks. So I'm probably going to clean these up. Like we have Insecto DK, regular insect. We have 3 insect decks, multiple normal monster decks. So we have to clean some of these up, and then we're going to be able to put these in a wheel, and then we spin the wheel, and we end up playing the decks that whatever we land on, which is going to be a fun way to play, because then we can try all different decks all throughout the episode. If we lose, we switch decks. If we win, we just continue. Okay, we just won the coin flip. This hand is a little rough. It's still decent because we have some good interruptions, but this is a little rough. So we'll start with the Power Mastery at Endymion. Yeah, we'll do that. From here, unfortunately, we drew this Bonehead, and we really don't need them, but we drew them. So we're going to activate this, target itself. We're going to go with the Ayahuasca for sure. Activate Ayahuasca. Search Zorora. Yeah, activate, place back, draw. For sure. Destroy, draw. Oof. I think we place back this no matter what. Like, there's no point. Actually, technically, we can't even search it ever, so I think we still place it back, because we could fuse going second, but I think it's better to keep Zorora and all this other stuff. And honestly, I think we just set, pass. I think that's our game plan here. We'll see what we can do. I don't want to activate Gozen Match. It's going to be absolute last resort. Gozen Match is one of those cards. It's really good once we have our rank 4. Like, once we have Galaxy Eyes on field, it's great, because then they have to out Galaxy Eyes with a Gozen. It's virtually impossible, especially if they're playing a deck that's not monotype. Heavy Storm right off the bat. Yeah, this is not going to be a win. This is not going to be a win. There goes everything. At least Lost Wind floats. This is unlikely to be a win. Our likelihood of winning here is rough. Oof. Playing Lightsworns. They didn't put a monster on board. They milled some stuff. I can't do anything because they have nothing on board. But once this wolf's on board, then we can do stuff. They're going to be able to activate everybody. Okay, I got to figure this out. At what point it would be good to Bestial Baldrake, because essentially Bestial Baldrake is our last interruption here. They're going to add Judgment Dragon. Summon Wolf out. They've already got 3/4 of Judgment Dragon's summoning conditions, so this is rough. Damn. Honestly, though, the Heavy Storm wouldn't have done anything. The Lost Wind would have done something. The Solemn Warning would have done something, but the Gozen match wasn't really going to do anything. Yep, they're going to activate this. Yeah, I'm going to allow that. The Felice is fine. Because it's not like getting rid of the Felice isn't going to change anything. Because I can banish it with the Baldrake. But he can still get to Minerva with these two anyway. So he's already Minerva bound regardless. He's going to link away. And Curious is legal too. Yeah, Minerva. And we're definitely going to activate Lost Wind to get back our card. Yep. Lightsworn monsters you control cannot be banished by card effects. That's for his own more than ours. You can still banish out of the graveyard of the Bestial Baldrake. Yeah, this guy's got more than enough for a Judgment Dragon. He's activating one of the effects. Weiss to activate to summon Shaman. I guess I'll banish Shaman. Shaman's not a bad banish because we don't want Shaman. Not Shaman, what's her name? Lumina. We don't want Lumina to interrupt things. We'll banish that. Did I click on the wrong card? Yeah, I know I didn't. Okay, good. The problem is he can still summon Judgment Dragon, which he already added, and he's going second. So this is going to be gone, this is going to be gone, this is going to be gone. He just attacks directly. But we're hoping that's just all he's got. Yep, he's got regular Lumina. Okay, this is not looking good. This guy's got the engine started. I don't think I can really win this one. Yeah, he's going to discard Effect Veiler. Summon this thing back. Tribute to Pop. I don't know why he bothers to. Bestial Baldrake, okay. We're going to mill some more cards. Destrudo. Yeah, honestly, we're not going to win this, and he's going to keep going for days. That's unfortunate. That Heavy Storm actually did suck. It was we lost. Sometimes you lose to it one card. This is probably one of those situations. This is what my opponent was playing. Again, it's unfortunate. I'm happy to see Lightsworns being played, being represented. So I'm happy for that. I can't really be mad about the situation he's playing. He's got Lumina, Royal Rare. He's got other Lumina, Royal Rare. I can't really be mad because I like this deck. I like Lightsworns. I think they're really cool. So I think it's cool that he's playing that. It is unfortunate that he opened the Heavy Storm out of the 60 card deck, but listen, we're going to lose some duels. It happens. Alright, we won the coin flip. The hands, not bad. I'm trying to see if I can get to how much I can really get to here. I have Power Mastery, Buzzsaw Shark. Okay, I think we start with the Shathana. We see where we go here. So we'll summon that out. So this is one of those weird situations where it's like, where do you go? Activate, definitely Spell Power Mastery for sure. Add in Endymion. With this, do we go for Endymion? I think we go for Endymion because it gets us the extra draw. Because like we can't make multiple rank 4s here. We can only make one. We're gonna activate target itself. Definitely Artemis. Artemis activate. I think we actually search Zorora because like okay, I can search this. I get a free draw. Then what? Not a free draw, I get a free special summon, then what? Like, what does that do for me? It's just a free special summon, this just sits on the field. I guess we could just leave that. But, yeah, I think Zorora is a decent follow-up. I think we just search Zorora. Because we already have the rank 4, we don't have to do any more. Activate, pop a card. Pop this, draw another rank 4, instant rank 4. So we have 3 instant rank 4s pretty much. I guess we could put this one back because it kills our battle phase. Then we go into Photon Lord, Photon Dragon, and then we set 2, set 3 technically. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. Definitely have to detach Endymion for sure. Add this to hand. This isn't too bad, honestly. Solemn Judgment basically protects from anything. Forbidden Droplets, Galaxy. It's not bad. I think I'm going to do the same thing with the Forbidden Droplets. I'm experimenting with it, but I think I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to use the Eternal Galaxy as material. I think that's been a pretty cool move that we've been doing. Yeah, Eternal Galaxy, yeah, we use this as material. That way we don't have to waste one of our really good cards in our hand. Not that our hand's like insane or anything, but that way. Plus, I feel a little more secure because I have the Solemn Judgment available here. So it's been pretty nice. Swords of Revealing Light. Am I trying to sit through this? I think I can find a way to pop this with some other cards. I think we let the Swords of Revealing Light go through. Yeah, I think we let it go through. Okay. I'm so down. You don't understand how down I am for this. You have no idea how down I am for what I'm looking at right now. Okay, Eternal Galaxy for sure. Eternal Galaxy. Yep. Rank it up into number 90. I'm so down for what I'm seeing right now. Kaiser Seahorse. Swords of Revealing Light. Ash Blossom. I'm so down for what I'm watching right now. We're going to summon Zorora. Definitely activate it. Yeah, 100% activate Zorora. Target itself. Yep. Definitely the Ninurinu. Onto that. Yep, 100%. Let's activate this. We do have Endymion Engrave. Summon him back. Yep, activate his effect. Or Ninurinu's effect. Pop the Swords of Revealing Light. Not trying to deal with that right now. Then we go into Dragite for sure. Like I said, I am so down for what I'm seeing right now. Platinum 4 is doing its thing right now. It's doing its thing today. Flip to attack, and no need to do any more. I don't really like to flex on my opponents. If I try to do a reasonable amount, not too much, not more than needs to be done. Sometimes you play against duelists like this, you almost want to just pass and see, like, what are you going to do? Like, what is your game plan? Uninterrupted, what is this man's game plan? Like, I almost wanted to let it slide. I remember one time, a long time ago, I was playing, I don't remember what deck I was playing, but I was playing a pretty good deck. Okay, we'll see that. Keeper of Dragon Magic, I'll let that slide. If he activates the effect, discard a card out of Polymerization, we'll see if he does that. But years ago, I was playing against a duelist much like this, an anime duelist, and I was like, I'm going to let everything you do slide, because I want to see what the hell you're going to do. We have 3 points of interaction here, and I just saw a Jet. Things got serious very quickly here. I'm not trying to deal with a Jet. I'm not trying to deal with him adding Polymerization spell that matters, so I'm going to go ahead and ash that, because if he adds one of the important cards, I might be screwed. So I'm going to go ahead and ash that. I'm not trying to deal with it. Jet is also a complete nuisance to the world. Oh, he scooped. Damn it. I was very interested in seeing where that was going next. But usually if I'm on like Yugioh Pro or something like that, I'll let a duelist like that do whatever the hell they want. Because I'm trying to see what the hell they're playing and what they're doing. Because on a lot of those other places, you don't get to look at like what the deck does afterwards. Like, you don't get to do that, like what deck they were playing. On Master Duel you do, but on a lot of those other ones you don't get to check your opponent's deck, so you never see what the full extent of what they're doing. Okay, let's look at our opponent's deck here. This is interesting. He's got 3 blue eyes. He needs to, because he's playing Kabaman the Legend, which is kind of a cool card. And then he's got every dragon that's ever come out since the beginning of time, including ones no one's ever heard of. I have heard of this. They actually make sense in the deck, which is kind of sad because it really makes sense in the deck. And then he's got like Basically, he's basically playing them like Hydrolander format. Every card's at 1. The crazy thing is, like, if he opened the right hand, he really could have cooked this. Like, this guy is got decent cards mixed in with some crappy cards, but this could have been a very fun duel. Okay, let's open up a master pack and see what we get here. Yeah, that duel was, it could have been really fun if we were in the lower ranks and we were playing a less good deck. The problem is I have to prepare for Malice and Ryziel. The problem is that guy is mixed in with my Malice and Ryziel, which is annoying because if the entirety of the lower ranks were just that guy and decks like that guy, I would play underpowered decks and I'd be having a blast and I wouldn't be worried about playing floodgates and hand traps and all this stuff, and we could go toe to toe with a bunch of crappy cards and it would be tons of fun. But the problem is we're at the point now where we have to prepare for Mitsurugi and Malice and Ryziel and like the really good decks, and while I'm preparing for those, I can't possibly, I unfortunately have to play some really good stuff. Megalith, Promotion, Photon Trident, another Maputra, got enough of those. Colt Wing is not a bad card. Scareclaw, Ouroboros. Again, some decent cards. This is a decent card in certain situations. So is Maputra, but we have both. There's a point in time where we just were dying to get any Tangies, and we basically have all of them now. So the ones we want are the level 7s. Those are the ones we don't have like a ton of copies of. Tistina card. Is this generic in any way? Nope. Tistina monster, blah blah blah. This is not a bad card. Need the rest of them. Watt Dragonfly, Karakuri, Ship, Fendred, Nightmare, Hawk, already have that. Face Off, and this guy's a worm, right? Yeah, if your opponent special summons a monster, your opponent sends 1 card from your extra to the graveyard. It's not good, unfortunately. Not good. Alright, let's open up some legacy tickets too while we're at it. Hopefully get something good out of these. That would be nice. Yeah, again, we've been getting a lot of legacy tickets. Every win is like, here's 5 legacy tickets. But again, as I've said it, you could have 100 of them sometimes and they're still not good. Raid Raptor, Avenge Vulture, and Clear Karibo. I was going to read that, but it disappeared. We'll read it at the end. I can't imagine it being too crazy, but it could be good, right? It could be like, if your opponent declares an attack, you win. You never know. Change of hero element. When an elemental hero monster, fusion monster destroy a battle, set the graveyard. Not happening. 4-star Ladybug of Doom. It was good years ago, but it's a little too late for that. Now, Flash Assailant, another hollow. Messenger of Peace, another copy. I'll take that. Is that? Well, how many copies of that do we have now? 3? Maybe 3? 2? I don't know. What is this? You contribute summon this card using 1 tribute. Then make it level 6. If special summon this way during each end phase, you take 1,000 damage. Ouch. He looks like a zombie. He looks like a zombie. I wonder if this is the same artist that does a lot of those zombie cards like Doom King and stuff like that. If this card attacks the defensive position monster, inflict piercing. Okay. Again, one of those cards that maybe earlier on would have been decent. Synchro Boost. Equip to a Synchro, increases level by 1. Actually, you just equip to a monster, increases level by 1. Yeah, earlier it might have been good. Gravity Orb, and this thing. How many of these do we have at this point? 2 copies of this. Let's see what this does. When your opponent declares an attack, that would inflict damage. Okay, so just... Okay. Effect that would inflict damage. Okay. Negated. Okay. That makes sense. When an opponent's monster declares in a direct attack, you can banish a card from your graveyard, draw 1 card, and if it is a monster, you can special summon and change the attack target to it. It's not atrocious, honestly. It's not atrocious. In the right circumstances, it's really not even that bad. Alright, we just won the coin flip again. We drew both the bricks. Which we don't even play that many of, but we again drew D-Fissure, which is like kind of crazy. We opened this as many times as we have at this point. Like, we keep opening D-Fissure. We drew, like I said, we drew the bricks, unfortunately. 2 of the bricks. And we'll go through the Photon Galaxy route. It seems like I open this guy more than I open the guy who searches him, which is insane because we essentially have 4 copies of that, but we have 1 copy of this, but we happen to keep opening this card for some reason, and we just keep opening it episode after episode. I mean, the first 2 episodes I wasn't even able to use the special summon effect once, which is kind of insane. This time we do just rank up instantly. We don't have the forbidden droplets to use any tricks or anything like that, so we might as well just do it now. And it's like if they, like the only advantage is if they specifically MST this, then I could just like rank this up, but I don't think it's really worth playing around like that. Okay, so cool. They drew, flip Eternal Galaxy, rank this up, put chaining back on auto. Yep, Fiendish Chain. So we have a couple of interruptions. We have a Floodgate and 2 interruptions. Our follow-up is Crowley. If we draw Spellcaster, it can turn into the Iowa. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Or also, it can turn into some other stuff. That is a great card. I wish we pulled it. That would be fantastic. This is an example of a super rare that's just insane. I think all of the pots are supers, right? I don't think there's any related cards, but I'm pretty sure all of the pots are supers. If we pulled any of them, it would be insane. We pull supers every episode. Just never any of the pots. There are supers we have multiples of at this point. Like multiple. We have trios of. Okay, he's going to use this. He's playing probably Mitsurugi, right? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'll let this... This is one of those situations, like, do you let it slide? And then they're playing something crazy. I think we let it slide. You know, if they're playing like Chaos Max, it's pretty bad for us if they get to it. But if they do, they do. Like, what can I do? So they're playing Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi, but we do have Dimensional Fissure. You can reveal Mitsurugi monster from your deck, then tribute 1 monster you control. So we can actually negate this in hand and destroy it, and it'll be banished. So I think that's actually a pretty good move right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Since he already used his effect, so we'll do this. We'll detach Photon. That way it destroys. It negates and destroys. I think that's a pretty smart move. And then we do have some follow-up. I think that's a decent enough move. He's going to Mitsurugi to tribute in hand. Okay. I'm still negating the effect. So regardless, he's still getting banished. I'm still negating the effect. It's going to use prayers. We do still have 1 interruption remaining. Yeah, both effects. Who wouldn't, right? Who wouldn't? Might as well use both effects. I think I'm going to save the Fiendish Chain for... I don't know what point I'm going to save it for, but I will be saving it. I'll take the 8 stacks real quick. Summon out. This, yep, negated. Sure. And then I'm going to save. I'll let this add a Mitsurugi monster. I'm going to let him do this. I'm going to save this for a potential rank 4 or something else. I'm going to save it for other things. I don't need to negate this. I'm going to save it for a potential rank 4 or perhaps the larger Mitsurugi monster while we have a discard. Okay, he's going to add the big one. The big one, this is the guy who has the negates. Not the negates, but your opponent has to discard a card or the effect is negated, this dude. This is the guy that we would be using the effect of. Yeah, tribute 1, reptile monster, 1 monster, your opponent is supposed to destroy it. That sucks. Okay, he's going to destroy this. Oof. It's disappointing because we do lose D-Fissure, but at least he didn't destroy our number 90 Galaxy Eyes. He's going to special summon 1 ritual monster. Again, I'm going to Fiendish Chain that big dude when he comes out. Alright, he's going to send 2 from deck. Summon the big guy, yep. And the big guy destroys all my monsters. I'm going to have to Fiendish Chain immediately. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't. I did detach what's it called, so it's unfortunate for me. It's going to activate all these effects. Okay, he's going to activate all that. I'm definitely going to Fiendish Chain here because this is the boss monster of his deck. It really doesn't get any better than this unless he just drops an engine out of nowhere that has nothing to do with this. Activate this. We're definitely going to obviously... he's going to activate this, prevent negation. It says, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can activate this effect. Your opponent can discard 1 card or that effect is negated, but this is continuous, so I actually don't even have to discard. That gets negated, but it's continuous, so it'll still negate his monsters. Yeah, I didn't even have to discard anything because the card I'm activating is a continuous card. Doesn't matter if the effect is negated on activation, it is still negated. Perfect. Didn't even have to waste anything on it. That's right. So if you're having trouble with Mitsurugi, Fiendish Chain's the answer. For those of you that don't know. Now from here, honestly, I don't think we're going to be able to last through this because we don't have any more interruptions left, but we'll see how it goes. Here, so in the other Mitsurugi, the Futsu. Yeah, I think I'm kidding myself by still being here. I think this duel's wrapped up. He outed our D-Fissure. Our follow-up sucks. We're not winning against this, but I would rather save time, go duel, open more packs. Alright, we won the coin flip again. Unfortunately, again, we drew Battling Boxer, Uppercutter, and Spar again together, which is like, what's the math on that? Like, why do we keep opening these two together over and over and over and over? We'll normal summon this. Obviously, nothing to search because we opened it. But we go into Photon here. And then we have Photon, Torrential Tribute, Fiendish Chain. Actually, not bad, honestly. Yeah, not a bad combination. Detach. Search. Add. Yes to hand. And then we search. It's not bad, honestly. We have multiple interruption. Multiple points of interruption. Set these three. Bestial Baldrake in hand. Put Chaining on. Honestly, not a bad hand. And Fiendish Chain has proved again and again to be a very good card, despite the fact that it is so old and it is, in conventional wisdom, an out-of-date card that it should be irrelevant to the overall game, but it has continuously been useful for us. Like we have, it beats a lot of stuff. It beats Tenpai. It beats so many random things because it is a continuously applied negate that targets and can stop attacks. Like, it does a lot for what it is. And it doesn't seem like much, but it really does a lot. He's gonna activate. This is the nonsense. Activate Maiden of White. As much as I want to negate this, and I really do want to negate this, if I negate this, it's a frustrating situation. I want to negate this so badly because then he doesn't get to Eternal Soul. But if in order to, oh wait, I'm going to negate this. Yeah, I'm going to negate this. I don't have to worry about destroying it. Actually, I'm just going to negate it. Spar. And I'm going to negate it because I can't afford to have him get to whatever the Eternal True Light. I can't afford to let him get to True Light. True Light is absolutely bananas of a card. He's playing a 60 card deck now, so we'll see here where he gets to, but we played against an such a lucky Blue Eyes player earlier. So we'll see what we can do. But that 60 cards and he opens the 2 of Maiden, yeah. The semi-limited Maiden. What is it? 2 Blue Eyes and a Wishes. Hope he gets the Blue Eyes, but if he wants Blue Eyes, that means he has like alternative in hand or something like that. There it is. Alternative in hand. On summon, he's going to activate that. I'm going to put Chaining on, and when this hits the field, I'm going to activate the effective Torrential Tribute to destroy it. Yeah, okay, perfect. Now we hit Torrential. Because now this gets destroyed and this gets destroyed. Screw them both. Now he has no more random summons. I don't think so. He still has his normal summon, which is kind of insane. There it is. Normal summon Kaiba. If this card's normal summon, you can show 3 Blue Eyes. Special summon Blue Eyes. If your opponent special summons a Blue Eye, if you special summon a Blue Eyes, well, this comes in your graveyard, you can banish. Add a Blue Eyes monster from your deck to your hand. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. You're definitely going to Fiendish Chain here. Yeah, we're definitely going to Fiendish Chain. Oh, definitely got to do that. I'm not trying to let him summon a Blue Eyes. So this is negated. Now the annoying thing is he can just go into Link 1 here. What is this? Spell card Soul Exchange. Is this ever going to end? Unfortunately, I have to give him my monster. And he's going to tribute it. This is like a perfectly crafted hand. I swear these people are insane. This hand was absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now I contribute. If this card is sent to field to graveyard, your opponent can apply the card's preceding effect. So that means I contribute his monster. Yeah, no applicable card, so I can't tribute his Blue Eyes for my 1 tribute monster. I guess not. Immediately after this card resolves tribute. Okay, that's fine. Battle phase. Alright, so unfortunately we are going to take some damage. Do we need to take damage? What do we have to do here? Is there anything we can really do right now that matters? No. We can block this attack, but I'd rather save the Bestial Baldrake in hand because we might need it later for something. Might need it as an interruption. Alright, end phase. Card advantage is not in a bad spot. We don't need that right now. We really don't need that right now. Damn. If only... There's nothing I can really do here with these cards. Ashes. Late to the party. End phase. Just gotta hope he doesn't do much. Like, that's our... Just hope he doesn't do much. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Straight to battle phase. I think there's another situation. I think we just take this attack. And you take another attack here. Because we really do need to save this Bestial Baldrake as an interruption. It's so much better as an interruption than an actual card. If we lose to this, it's going to be frustrating. Because we lost to Blue Eyes earlier. And it was some dumbass build. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so I think we activate this. I have no more dragons to really add. But I need to protect my life points, so Banish Maiden. Summon that. Activate this. We also could have just saved it for later. I have nothing I can really do here. End phase. End phase, nothing to add. Oh, I guess we can add Photon. Okay, I'll take that back, sure. What we should have done is we should have used Baldrake and then Magnemite and then added back the Baldrake from graveyard. That's what we should have done. Raigeki. Okay, they've got Raigeki. Okay, that's fine. Jet Dragon. Gotta be kidding me, man. That I think just wraps it up. That just wraps it up. Bro, this dumbass deck. Like, we lose to the stupidest shit. I swear we lose to the stupidest stuff sometimes. Like, he just drew the most perfect combination of cards. It's actually insane. Like, it's actually insane. Yeah, we lose. Damn it. That's actually such a frustrating loss. That's such a frustrating loss. Because he drew the perfect, beautiful combination of cards to beat us there. Like, he didn't even go into any of the new Blue Eye stuff or anything. He just used all of the old crap, which was so well. Unfortunately, this is what we lost to. It's, like, again, like, full of bricks. Galactic Karibo. Photon Dragon, like so many dumb cards that shouldn't be here, but it just worked out. All right, guys, we just lost a coin flip. Hey, we have Ghost Ogre. That's cool. The hand's not bad. We have Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre can be good against Blue Eyes unless they have that, of course, in the graveyard. That kind of sucks. Yeah, because Ghost Ogre can be good against True Light. Against True Light. But since they have Jet in graveyard, they get a free summon back. And now they're going to put Roar, put Blue Eyes into play. So even if I destroy the True Light, they'll get Jet back. Jet is Jet is a legitimate problem. Jet is a real problem. I don't know what this guy's doing exactly, but it is what I have no clue what he's doing. I'm guessing he's going for a Magia play. Yep. He's going to go for... No, I'm not going to Ghost Ogre this. He's going to go for Sage. You know, Sand this, that. Damn. We've been playing against Blue Eyes all day today. Jeez, it's like... Blue Eyes has been a real... It's like non-stop Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes. Is it like Platinum Forge is Blue Eye Central? Yeah, Spirit. Blue Eyes is like every other deck. He's gonna Mausoleum. Put that into play. And he's gonna chain this. I'm gonna go ahead and chain Ghost Ogre. Because why not? You might as well chain it to this card. Before Jet makes his way over to the field, so you destroy that. He's gonna add the Mausoleum. These two are gonna get destroyed, and then Jet is gonna unfortunately make his way back to the field. And he does have a double normal summon. I was going to save it, obviously, for later, but it is what it is. Okay, so he's going to summon Jet. Is he summoning Jet now? Does that mean Jet's going to get destroyed? Yeah, okay. Sure. Interesting. Not what I would have done, but okay. And he's going to double normal summon. I don't know where this is going next. It's just on that. Back into the Link 1. He's already made this. The effects are once per turn. Alright. Oh, no, never mind. The tribute to special summon. Right. He hadn't used that effect. Send another Blue Eyes. He should have saved that for the Maiden, since he already has Blue Eyes in Graveyard. So now he gets to summon the Maiden and do all this all over again. Despite the fact that I wiped this board, he's still going to be able to produce a fairly good board. Because now he can go into Spirit Dragon and stuff. Yep, there you go, Spirit Dragon. And obviously that is a ton of interruptions on his own. Alright, so they're going to end on one Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon is still tough to beat, even though it's one Spirit Dragon. That is really good. That is actually really good. I may actually just... If he's smart, he can play around this. That's what's unfortunate. He can actually play around this. So, I want to activate Bestial Baldrake to banish Jet, 100%. If he chains this to summon Blue Eyes, the ultimate one, then I just can't do it, which is unfortunate. So he's kind of got me in a checkmate situation right now. I'll start off with the Shithana. I'll see what I can do here. I'll start off with Shithana. Unfortunately, he tributes, which means that now I'm just going to have to deal with the monster that he's going to have to summon, but it is what it is. Yeah, Ultimate Dragon. So now the Bestials are turned off. I can't banish any Blue Eyes cards. So I'll summon this out. Extra deck wise, do I have anything that can deal with this guy right now? Wonky Quartet is probably not going to help anything. Time Thief is not going to help anything. This guy's in defense, which is annoying. I'm trying to brainstorm here, but this is like he's a 4,000 attack monster, which is really frustrating. I actually don't think I have a way to really deal with this guy, if I'm going to be truthful here. And again, Blue Eyes is a quick effect. Your opponent cannot banish cards from your graveyard. So I have to banish my own Ghost Ogre. Jeez, this is rough. Okay. I'm trying to think. Extra deck wise, what do I have to beat? A 4,000 monster that's going to out itself in the end phase anyway. But what do I have to out this? Because this route doesn't really help. Time Thief is... is very dependent on whether he draws a trap or spell or whatever. That depends on a number of factors. Okay, we'll go with Battling Boxer. Activate this effect. He can, of course, negate it. He negates, doesn't destroy, he just negates and gains attack. Like I said, it's a little infuriating. He's going to negate this, whatever. Sure, not the end of the world. It's going to negate this. Not that it really matters. Anyway, he's going to negate that. We're going to special summon. These are our options. We do have Wonky Quartet, which really won't help because they'll have stuff on the board that is really good. I mean, I guess we could go with this because it probably is our best option. Photon Galaxy, what does he do? Photon Galaxy is a 3000 defense monster. That, I guess it's 3000 defense, so I guess that's good. It's the only thing he really does. I wish this was an attack that I could just take it. Time Thief is not guaranteed, like I said. I honestly think Wonky Quartet next turn blows everything up. I think this is probably our best bet. Honestly. Yeah, so we'll summon Wonky Quartet. Grab some cards off the top. Yep. Yeah. Yep. A monster and some traps. Okay, cool. Set. End phase. This guarantees that there's actually... This is really good, actually. This guarantees that there's a monster on board, actually. Perfect. So that gets destroyed. Now he can summon back a Blue Eyes. That guaranteed that he has a monster on board, so I can activate the Bestial Baldrake now. Which is really good, actually. And I can get rid of the Jet. Yep. First of all, Jet's going to activate. And he's also going to activate the effect of this guy to summon back Blue Eyes. I'm going to activate Bestial Baldrake right here to banish Jet. Jet is a problem. So we'll banish Jet. And cool. So my monster will resolve. Go to defense here. This will resolve. He can summon back Blue Eyes, which will summon back Maiden, but in standby phase, both will be destroyed. Which is nice. And then Jet won't come back because it doesn't exist anymore. So I think that is the best. Of all of the possible things that I could have done, I think this is the best play I could have made. Summon back Spirit, sure. Okay, never mind. He doesn't summon what I think he's going to summon. I thought he was... The smart play would have been to summon Blue Eyes, summon back Maiden, activate Maiden, get back True Lake. That would have been the smart play. But this guy did not make the smart play. He summoned the Spirit Dragon, which is once summoned from graveyard, basically just a graveyard negate. But I guess if he has a copy of... if he has a copy of like a tuner, he can make something. Oh, of course, we don't get anything out of 6 cards. We don't get the right amount of monsters, so now this thing's back on my board. That's disappointing. That's really disappointing. So now he could normal summon a level 1 and make this into a Baron. That's disappointing as hell. And this thing's probably going to blow up my board. Droll, irrelevant to our situation here. Freaking Wonky Quartet. Okay, so that doesn't actually make any difference. I've been dealing with this all day of just Blue Eyes players that are doing the stupidest shit on earth. But like, it doesn't matter because their deck is so damn good. It's actually kind of frustrating. I don't know, is he playing a third copy of this thing? Like, is he playing a third copy of Spirit? He's going to send him Blue Eyes, okay. He's already got 2 in grave. This is now 800. Like, does he have another one? Battle phase, okay, like with 800. Sure. He's going to flip this to attack mode in main phase 2, not main phase 1, where he could have attacked with it. Okay. Okay, now unfortunately this thing's probably going to blow up my board here in a second, but I guess we do have some. Okay, Wonky Quartet. Yeah, it's not optional. I guess I have to deal with this. I'm going to take some life points here. He's going to max C. Why do you have that right now? Why do you have that? Why do you have that? It's a corny ass card. Is that 3 trap cards? No freaking way. That is absolutely insane. That is so lucky. That is so goddamn lucky. Alright, sure. Okay, we're going to normal summon this. Activate effect. Yep. Target itself. Do we have a route to victory here? I don't think we do, but his board's probably getting blown up next turn. That is insane. Nope. This card is pretty much dead now. We can search, pop, or get 1,000. I think we just search. I think searching's probably best here. We just activate, search. Now the question is, do we activate the one that special summons giving him cards? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we go with... Yeah, I don't think so. The other one's underneath this thing right now. Playing like the craziest game of hot potato right now. I think we just go with... the Crowley. Next turn we can do shit with it. Yeah, I think we should go with Crowley. Don't summon it. Next turn we can fuse if we want to, but I think that's the play. We just search this. No special summon. Nope, don't want to do that. Flips to attack mode. Activate effect. Destroy this. Yep. Lost Wind, I'll definitely take in this situation. Big Jaws. Goodbye, Big Jaws. No need for that right now. That's not bad. Okay, battle phase. I want to do some easy damage here, so I'll do a quick 25. Bam, we'll hit him with 25. No need to crash with this or anything like that. Main phase 2. Lost Wind. And we'll just pass. No need to special summon anything. Why overplay? Why overextend? Why do anything? That Wonky Quartet play was exactly the right play to make here. We got rid of... That was like literally the best play I could have made. It's actually insane. So now, hopefully there's a monster in here. You have got to be kidding me. There's still no monster? This is absolutely insane. This is the craziest Wonky Quartet of my life. No way. Here we go with this guy. I have no choice. Fiendish Chain, 100% Fiendish Chain. This is the craziest Wonky Quartet of my life. Like, how is that even possible? Like, look at this shit. How is this shit possible? We're losing our field. Damn it. That sucks. That was literally the craziest Wonky Quartet I've ever seen. I didn't even attack this thing because I was like, I was like, there's no way again we're gonna get 3 in a row like that. That's absolutely absurd. Who's he gonna summon? Heretics. Okay. That's very interesting. I mean, that's kind of a dangerous card. Let me see this. Once per turn, if this card's in monster zone, you contribute. Okay. Once per opponent's turn. Once per opponent's turn. This is a separate effect. So if he uses this effect, it's a lot going on here. All right. There's no point to Lost Wind. Ash. Oof, that's good. That's really good because that stops the summon from deck. We have no choice, Wonky Quartet. Yeah, we have no choice. He's going to activate this to return something. We'll see what it is. This is fine. I have no choice here. Hopefully he returns my Bestial. That would be ideal. Or Crowley. That would be ideal. If he returned either of those two, that would be clutch. That's fine. He's unaffected by everything. And we get 3 monsters and our board blows up. And we take 6,800 damage. That sucks ass. Alright, we definitely have to Ash this. I actually don't want to Ash this. I wanted to save the Ash, but I have to use Ash. That sucked ass. Stupid ass Wonky Quartet. Couldn't get a damn monster off the top of his deck. We got to do some damage to him. We're going to battle phase here. He's very low on resources. We're going to end phase. So are we, though. At least we have Lost Wind, but that was an extremely frustrating Wonky Quartet. Literally almost blew up our... Like, that was insane. We get 3 traps off of us, 3 traps off of him. Stupid Ether Barrel. I think this is where we lose. Because, like, yeah, I think this is where we... And he has this stuff, yeah. It might be over. That Wonky Quartet totally did not go our way. It was the right play completely. I can't believe we passed that back and forth as many turns as we did, because that is absolutely insane. Now he gets True Light. Yeah, this is gonna be really sad because now I think we just lose. What's insane is all day long today I've just had the most disappointing losses to Blue Eyes. Where it's like we should have won. I made the right plays, but this nonsense happened. That was like absolutely absurd. That Wonky Quartet had. And I gave it to him. He already had, what, 2 monsters underneath? That sucks. That was insane. Alright, he's going to go to battle phase, I think. Or I don't know what he's going to do here. He's going to be able to special summon a Blue Eyes. Yeah. That sucks because now he can go into Spirit and stuff. Okay, with these two. Yeah, he already used this effect, so his board isn't as dangerous, but it's still annoying. Alright, he's going to make another Spirit in defense for some reason. Yeah, okay. We have run through like all of this guy's resources, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, battle phase. This only works on special summoned monsters. This was normal summoned, so target one face ups. Yeah, there's no point. Unfortunately, I should lose my monster here. I really can't afford to be losing resources right now, especially when he has cards like this. They give him so many resources. Cards like this, they give him so many resources. I need to draw something crazy. I don't know what it is, but I need to draw something absolutely absurd. And that's not it. That is not it. It's just not it. Yeah, it's not it. That is... Like, why are we drawing this stuff in this order? If we had drawn this guy earlier, had him in hand, we could have used this to summon Purgatrio. Honestly, what am I even hoping for at this time? At this point, like, it's his turn. He attacks one monster. I have 1,100 life points. Unfortunately, I just think I lose. This guy's gonna banish this to Ritual Summon. That's insane. What are we gonna get here? Chaos Max, my defense position monster. And yeah, this is. I should have just crashed. Honestly, I should have just crashed into his board with my monster instead of having this drag out. Yeah, he's gonna summon Chaos Max. I didn't even know that had an animation. I haven't seen Chaos Max in so long. Yeah, this is an unfortunate loss. Such an unfortunate loss. Honestly, like, we had that and it just luck didn't go our way. It happens sometimes. La 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 la.